What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm bringing you a video for April 28th, 2024. It is going to be Sunday. This is Saturday when I'm recording this, but it will be the Sunday NBA playoff games. I got some picks for you guys. I got a 3-leg today, and we're going to be tossing on this Paul George over 0.5 points for the 4th leg. Oh, man. Today was a very, very frustrating day, to say the least. I don't know if you guys were watching the games or not, but in our last video, we took Jonas over 9.5 points. It was a 10.5 or 10 plus alt line on Sleeper. He had 7 points going into halftime, and I think he had like 6 or 7 boards too. He was playing really well. I don't understand why Willie Green likes Larry Nance so much, but Larry played like 30 minutes today, and freaking Jonas only got 12. He didn't play a single minute in the second half. So just I don't really understand why Willie does that every now and then. It's kind of what I mentioned in the video. Like, I was always weary on him during the regular season because for whatever reason Willie Green just sits him. And so I thought for sure he was going to get at least a couple of minutes in the 4th. I was hoping that maybe he could get like an extra 4 or something like that. And production wise, he probably would have cleared it because when he's in, he produces, he puts up boards and he gets points. So I just don't understand it. And then we had freaking Sam Hauser, man. He missed a 3 right before he fouled, and he got taken out in the 4th, and that would have cashed it for us. I think he was only like 2 for 5 or something like that from the field. So he didn't shoot that much, and he didn't get a board or an assist today. So unfortunately, Sam sold us. Of all people, Sam sold us. So it is what it is. I still like that line. I'm not going to lie. I will go back to it, but just a unfortunate day. It's sports betting, so it is what it is. The BAM line cleared. I actually, when Jonas sold that, I angrily put down like 3x what my normal unit is on BAM 15 plus. So at least I cashed on that, but that was a stupid bet anyway. I shouldn't revenge bet like that, but just a frustrating day, man. It was weird. Anyway, that's kind of a recap of what happened in last night's video. Just unfortunate, but it's a new day. It's sports betting. It has absolutely zero correlation to how we're going to do today. So without further ado, we're locking in on Sleeper, guys. If you're not on Sleeper, get on Sleeper with my code IOPICKS. They'll match up to $500. I'm going to mention this every single video because Sleeper is what we are mainly locking in on. The only time I ever really go off of Sleeper is Taco Tuesday every now and then for Prizepicks when they have decent tacos. But for the most part, the tacos have been trash for the last couple of weeks. So we're not using Prizepicks. And then the only other time I'll get off of Sleeper is when we're doing Chalkboard alt lines for hockey. That's it, because Sleeper just doesn't have the alt lines for hockey yet. I'm assuming they will because they just recently rolled out the alt lines for NBA. It was probably maybe only a month ago now that they did that. So I'm assuming the alt lines will come for hockey as well. And then I probably won't use Chalkboard that much anymore unless the lines are just different for whatever reason. So we're locking in on Sleeper, guys. Get on Sleeper. They have a lot of just great promos for you guys throughout the week, but then not only that, we got good lines. They drop lines early and obviously the highest deposit match. So go ahead, get your free money, lock those in. I kind of woke up late today. I'm not going to lie. I got a lot done last night, so I slept in a little bit today. So I didn't get a player prop shop video done. But go check out the videos on the channel if you guys want to learn more about player prop shop. Use code prop shop for a free week. You can do a week trial, just see what's going on over there. But yeah, unfortunately didn't get one to you guys today. I'll try and get one, do my best to get a lot of stuff done early tonight and then get one for you guys tomorrow, possibly on like MLB. I got to check the slate, see if there's night games, but if not, then I'll try and do one for one of the night games for NBA. So that's what we got going on. Let's get into the picks. I'll stop boring you. First one. I don't know why that showed up. Okay, sorry. Bear with me here. That was from last night's. Oh, I'm going to have to go through these real quick just because I was... Sorry. Bear with me here. It's on a different tab. For those that you guys don't know, I show every now and then on my Instagram story, but I have just a complete cockpit of a computer set up. So I'm looking at 4 different screens right now. So sometimes I get a little mixed up, but regardless, technical difficulties. So what we are doing for the first one is we're taking this Embiid 30-plus line, so 29.5. I really like. I mean, he just put up 50 in the last game. I don't really expect him to put up 50 again, but that's what Embiid can do. So I'll go down to his minutes, but obviously it's a 25 out of 30 line. When he's healthy, he can clearly go over it. And he has been laboring a little bit, but even even when he's laboring, man, 34 and 50 in his last two games. So this one's kind of a narrative play. It's a head-to-head play, and then it's a minute play. So as we can see, let's just zoom in on his last 10 because that's pretty much when he came back. You can see his minutes have just been steadily increasing. So last game, he just played 40, which is a great sign. As long as we can get like 35 plus out of him, I really like it. But then also, this is just a head-to-head play against New York for one. The only time that he missed it in the last 2 years or whatever, 2.5, was this game on 420 against the Knicks. So we have one sell in there, but he's 6 for 7 on that line. But narrative-wise, they really, really need him tonight. So, or tomorrow, I should say. They're down 1-2 in the series. I mean, they arguably could be up 2-1, but they are down. So this is their last home game. They're going to need to win this to go 2-2 back into the Garden to stand a chance. If they go down 3-1, they're probably going to struggle. So I think that it's a very, very important game that they need to stay in. So I think that 30 plus should be pretty light for Embiid. Maxi's points look pretty good as well, but I chose Embiid, alt line 30 plus. The juice is there kind of for it. Wasn't like crazy juicy, but it was still there because it's only like a 3 or 4 point discount. So it was a good alt line. But that is what we're doing for the first pick. Second one, let's work through it again. Sorry about this. Just be real quick. It's all different. So we got Brunson over 11.5 RA. So for this one, he's hitting at a pretty good clip over the last 10. He's got 8 out of the 10. The thing that took me, I mean, I usually like Brunson's alt lines on rebounds or I like his assists, but this is what took me away from going either rebounds or assists, if we can look at it. So over his last 10, he's had games where he really struggles on rebounds and then where he puts up 8, 7, and 8. And 2 of those were against Philly, the 7 and 8. And those were all in playoffs. So he has games where he struggles and then games where he goes off on rebounds. And then if we look at his assists, it's kind of like an alternate. So we have certain games where he goes off on assists. This is why I like taking, especially his 6.5 line for assists is beautiful. But 7.5 still, you have games where he snaps on rebounds and then he's lower on his assists. So the consistent line here is the RA line. And he's done, the only time that he didn't get it was, I don't even think, that wasn't in the playoffs. The play-in game was against Chicago. So, no, it wasn't. They didn't have a play-in game. Yeah, so I guess in the playoffs, he's cleared it every single time. Yeah, because I don't know what I'm talking about. So he's got 14, 14, 15 in the playoffs. His minutes are way up. He's averaging right around 41, 42-ish in the playoffs. So assuming that he continues to get that, which he will, it's a very important game. It's playoff basketball. I'm very confident in this line. I mean, as long as if we can clear the assist line, the 7.5, I think this should be a no-brainer. But I just like his previous performance, and it's playoff basketball. He's cleared it every single game, so I think that this should be a good one. That is the only straight line that we're doing today. Another one is going to be an alternate, and I will show you why. So that's our second pick. Third one of the best ones on the slate here. Kyrie over, come on, 19.5. So it's a 93%er. Oh, wow. I don't know why it was different before, but regardless, I might have had a filter on it. 87%er, still fire. I mean, 87%, 26 of it over his last 30, and he's done it in every single game in the playoffs. Same kind of deal with what I was saying with Brunson. I wish that his points were a little bit higher. I mean, the first game he had 31, so not too bad. But Kyrie 20 plus in the playoffs, I think is going to be fine. I mean, you can see that he's pretty green on this regardless. Let's see where his minutes are when he does sell. So he's had a little bit lower on one of them. That was probably about like 35. Let's see what he's averaging minute-wise over his last 10. So he's getting close to 40 in the playoffs, averaging right around like 39-ish. So I think this is going to be fine for Kyrie. I mean, him and Luka are splitting pretty even for the most part. I mean, obviously Luka's scoring a little bit more, but they're the two main playmakers on the squad. I think that this should be pretty easy. I've taken this many times throughout the season, and obviously he hasn't really sold too much. So not worried about Kyrie in playoffs. It should be fine. So that is what we're doing for our 3 legs today, guys. And then obviously tying on the 4th is Paul George. So we got Embiid, 30 plus points, Brunson over 11.5 assists and rebounds, and then Kyrie 20 plus points, and Paul George over 0.5 points. That is what we got for tonight's video. Again, and I'm probably going to make this standard now, just for time's sake for me, and especially with the limited options that we have in playoffs. These night videos that I'm doing for you guys on YouTube, I'm just going to start previewing these early. If you guys want to lock in with me early, watch the YouTube videos. That's what's going to be my picks for the next morning when I do my short form content. It just makes it way easier on me. I already get the picks lined up, I get the script lined up, and I can produce the content a lot faster. And then I'll have more time for all the other stuff. So I think this is kind of the structure that we're going to go with. Those of you that are tuning in on YouTube early, I appreciate you, and we're going to lock in before these lines change. Some of them have been changing overnight. So for you guys that are seeing it now, awesome. But if not, then we're just going to roll with the same picks going into the short form content, just because it's going to be a lot easier for me. I'm putting out a lot of content right now, so if I can simplify it, it's going to be better for me. So that's kind of the plan, Stan, for what we're doing. This is the only night video that I'm going to do for you guys tonight. I am going to commit to myself and to you guys that I'm going to get a player prop shot video as well out tomorrow. I'll try and do it relatively early so you guys have time to lock in. I know on YouTube it does a lot better if you guys have more time going into the games, as opposed to the short form stuff on TikTok and Instagram where it's a little bit more instant. So I'll give you guys a little bit of a leeway, time to lock it in on time. I mean, I'm assuming that the lines won't change all that much, especially with these alts. They're not going to change, obviously, because they're alt lines. Maybe the multiplier will change on them a little bit, but they'll still be there. But as for the straight lines, sometimes they do change. But regardless, that's what I got for you guys. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel, like the video, comment down below. Let me know if you're tailing. Let me know if you like these videos. Let me know what you guys want more of. Share it with your friends, all 4 of them. Anything helps the channel, guys. I appreciate you. That's it. I will see you in the next one. Peace.